Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining today's webinar. My name is Nikita Devre. I am a digital marketing executive at Crave Infotech. Before we getting started, I'm going to go through some housekeeping to ensure you can interact with myself and the speaker. Firstly, if you wish to ask any question to presenter, we have Q&A section and chat feature enabled. We will also be launching a poll question in today's webinar. We invite you to participate by selecting your responses when they appear on your screen. We will also have Q&A session at the end of the webinar to answer your questions. Now, I would like to welcome Murli and Ashwin. We are glad you could be here today to share your insights on webinar Optimize and Accelerate Business Process Automation using SAP Intelligent RPA. Murli is the Sales and Operations Director for Crave Operations in India. During his 20 plus years of industry serving, he has handled and executed multiple automation projects for pharma, manufacturing, engineering, and IT industries. At present, he is working closely with various RPA projects in India. We also have Ashwin. He is SAP BTP architect at Crave Infotech with 8 plus years of industry experience, specialist in various aspects of software development lifecycle in SAP environment, expertise in implementation of SAP BTP, CPI, RPA, and Fuel. Now, without further ado, I would hand over to Murli to start further presentation. Over to you, Murli.
Okay, thank you, Nikita. Thanks for the short intro and welcome you all in today's webinar with a subject that optimize and accelerate business process automation using SAP IRPA. So, and I also um, brief you about, before starting the webinar, I just wanted to quickly have a short introduction about the organization. Today people are joining from different time zones, so probably um, uh, they will be I hope it is not too early for them, um, too early morning for them, since they are joining some other part of the globe. So thanks again for joining today. So uh, today's agenda, as I mentioned, optimize and accelerate business process automation using SAP IRPA. So we are being SAP partner working closely with SAP, um, are doing lots of projects along with SAP in RPA space, and we will be briefing you some of the use cases out of that in today's webinar. So as I mentioned, I wanted to quickly take you through the Crave Infotech journey. We are 13 years old organization, operational from 2007, became global SAP partner in 2008 and expanded our business globally with our digital transformation solutions and services in 2010. Then in 2012, we had come up with a focused mobility and digital solutions, and I will talk more about that. In 2016, we launched pre-packed apps like C maintenance, C calibration, C warehouse. 2018, we had multiple awards. In fact, the awards journey started from 2015, along with SAP as well as some other prestigious award in the marketplace. And in 2020, today we are growing with the team size of 150 people and have done number of large size projects globally. So we have head office in USA, in New Jersey, and operational offices in US, India, Pune, Nagpur, Mumbai, and also Brussels and Africa. And from these offices, we are serving our global customers. We have large customer base is in North America, India, and APAC. So before briefing about the solutions services of Crave Infotech and the clientele, I just wanted to quickly talk about um, the survey from McKinsey, which says that fewer than 30% of the digital transformation projects worldwide succeed. It means more than 70% projects fail. And the reason is again the not a right decision between whether it build application or buy the application. Most of the organizations, when it comes to all manufacturing organization, most of them they take a call to build the solutions or digital application to enhance their SAP or ERP, but in which in a process it becomes I mean the major challenges they face are expensive team management cost with a very low ROI, high deployment time, difficult to upgrade, high downtime, and deprioritization of resources. So the right decision is always go with a specialist, take the services who are having experience of best practices, and enjoy 70% of lower total TOC, total cost of ownership, product ownership. Reduce deployment time almost 80%. Then the of course the solution specialists they come up with the industries for 4.0 or 5.0 future proof solutions. Um, we also come up with all FDA compliant products and solutions because we have been working with many similar customers globally. So these are certain advantages, and that is why um, those who do not who do prefer to build application, almost 70% of those people they fail the in their digital journey. So then why Crave Infotech? It is value driven solutions we deliver. So these are just a snapshot of what we do. We have 15 plus years of experience, 50 plus pre-packages, solutions we already have. Most of them are on SAP App Center. I will talk more about SAP because we are closely working with SAP, but our solutions also work for non-SAP products as well, non-SAP ERPs as well. Team size is 100 plus team size and 150 plus large enterprise customers we have served globally. So we are partnered with SAP, Zebra, Here Technology, Amazon. We have Google, we have certifications, needful certifications from the product development and delivery point of view. And as I mentioned, the awards we have mentioned over here, we have one winner of SAP S award, SAP Business One, Pinnacle Award finalist, and so on. So coming to our services, solutions and services, these are the business verticals. If you see on my screen with the 50 plus pre-packaged applications, our focused verticals are intelligent asset management. We have complete portfolio over there, including asset manager, predictive maintenance, Crave maintenance, calibration, breakdown, preventive, facility, the complete portfolio, and flexible scheduling, flexible dispatch. All the modules are being covered over there. Another vertical is Crave Intelligent Warehouse Management vertical. We have complete digital warehouse supply chain portfolio over there, including we also have business technology platform BTP, which is another focus area, and SAP IRPA is one of them, and we'll talk on that. And in intelligent enterprise, we serve in SAP S4, ECC, B1 implementations, customizations, support, and so on. Enhance all enhancements and so on. So this is just a brief about the solutions and services. Here it will give more clarity. We have products as well as we have services. In services, we mainly are working with on SAP BTP enablement, Fury enablement, application development, SAP implementations, customizations. In products, as I mentioned, these are the business verticals. So coming back to the unique approach of Crave Infotech before we talk about IRPA solutions we have. So this is a unique approach or unique model when we work with the organizations for digital transformation. So this we we call it as a maturity curve. It starts with reactive, because today most of the organization, if you look at the market, are still in a phase of reactive and preventive phase when they talk about digital transformation journey. But we, with our standard process, unique approach, and expertise, we take customers from reactive to predictive model. So um, this is the complete portfolio of the organization. And you will see that we are touching almost every functionality of the organization, starting from EAM to digital supply chain, then management dashboard, multiple approvals, then product lifecycle management, order to cash, customer side automations like C order, C customer portal, connected assets and IoT, C-Track, which covers the telematics, geo-enablement, route optimization, and so on, and human capital management, in which we have certain solutions and modules which further enhance to your SAP. So this is the complete portfolio of Crave Infotech. These are some of the uh, names to our major giants or global players to our credit. We are working with in various industries. We work predominantly in life science, then utility, water, oil and gas, manufacturing and engineering, and CPG. So we are being a global partner for various organizations. You will find certain names from global leaders as well as in major Indian players in this list. So coming to today's agenda, why RPA? We will be, and in today we'll be briefly covering about the what is IRPA features, benefits, and then we will talk about more about the success stories. So instead of probably we'll try to cover, instead of two, we'll try to cover 3 success stories today, and my friend colleague Ashwin will take you through over there. So we'll be covering RPA, the need of robotic process automation, future-proof process excellence through SAP IRPA, use cases as I mentioned, application demo, and which will be followed by Q&A session. So here I will request Ashwin to take a charge of the session and brief us about the IRPA and the use cases we have. Over to you, Ashwin.
Sure. Thanks, Murli. So I'll probably start with sharing my screen. So good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is Ashwin Katkar, and I'm leading the innovation department for Crave Infotech, and I've been part of Crave Infotech team since last almost 10 years. So I'll be today presenting the, okay, so let me again stop and share. I was only presenting the PPT. I need to present my whole screen. Okay. So
Yeah, your screen is
okay, sure. Thanks, Murli. I'll start.
visible, Ashwin.
I'll start from the use cases part. So yeah, as all of you know, since you have joined the session, the SAP IRP is an automation tool which will help you to automate your uh, day-to-day business processes, which are manual and time-consuming. With the help of SAP IRPA, which we are automating that and reducing the uh, number of error which can cause through the duration of the process, as well as increase the productivity. So that considering today we're going to cover 3 use cases. 2 is here in the presentation. 1 is something which I'll like talk through. So the first use case we'll start with is the accrual automation. So the accrual automation process is something which is performed by most of the organization by their finance team, where they do several where they do collect the data from different departments, like the accrual data. They collaborate that and they basically process and post it in the SAP. So this process is basically takes care, takes place every month, and which is a like manual process which involves collecting data from different department and validating and collaborating it. So basically it's like a time consuming activity, and also very highly prone to the errors. In order to address these issues, we have used SAP IRP as a tool and created a couple of bots which basically takes care of like collecting data from different department in like with a medium of mail or a file repository, and then collaborate that data, put it into a single format, perform the validation before it goes into the SAP. So these are all operations we are doing through SAP IRPA. There will be a couple of bots which will be running behind the scene. Will be doing these operations. So the business benefit we are getting out of this use case is it's basically reducing the workload of finance team. Like earlier, they used to like take 4 days to like complete a accrual process, and now which can be done in a minute, like 10 minutes, and which will reduce the workload from the finance team. Also, it will help to reduce the any errors which can which can occur during this process. So this is a high level workflow of the use case that we have executed. So if you see, the blue boxes represent the manual process, which are still as is there, and the orange process, that is something we have automated. We haven't like, so there are two phases. So we have done only first phase as a use case for them, in which like we are collecting the data from different departments and putting into a single template, Excel template format, and then our bot start from there, its operation. He collects that Excel file, reads all the data, and then with that, in parallel, we have a program written in SAP, which is also basically compares the data which is coming from the different departments, and then validate that data based on the rules which are written in the bot. And then in parallel, while it does that, we also added additional functionality to check the unreleased SCS from ML84N T code in SAP, which is also done by a bot while it uploads the data. So when we are uploading the data, we are validating. At the same time, we are checking the unreleased SCS, and we're adding that unreleased SCS entries into the final like a Z table where we are storing that data, and it will have all the accrual data as well as the SCS entries, which is coming from different department. Though that is also like after validation. The next thing it will gonna do is it will gonna create a final template out of it, which is we're gonna push to the ABPO team. That will be a JV upload program. So we're gonna push that to the JV upload program, so which it will run and process the accrual. So this is an high-level overview and workflow of the first use case. I'll quickly walk you through the video recorded session for this use case, so that will help you to understand how it works in actual. So I have stopped the audio. So there is audio behind running. So just to, so I can give some voice over here. So this is first it will like tell you about the objective. So this is the objective which I have already talked through. So this is basically for the repetitive task which is done by the finance team, which is we are doing every month, and which is basically prone to manual errors and time consuming activity. So the resolution is we have created multiple bots to like collaborate data, apply validation rule, and push it into SAP, which helps to eliminate the manual processing and duplicate data entry. These are the benefits. So now from here, the actual operation started. So if you see, This is one template which is basically received from the accrual department who are generating the accruals. So this Excel contains different details like PO, contract, WBS, GL, vendor name, so and currency and other all details. So what we are doing is the first bot will gonna pick this data from the Excel, and then it will start comparing with the data which is there in SAP, which is ML84N, to validate whether the data which is there in Excel is correct or not before it stores into system to create a final template, which is basically nothing but a manual step. So before we run the actual, within the first part, this is basically to show that this is the G table where we are storing the final output. Just to show that this current table is currently empty, so there is no record. If you see the no values found. So now we are running the first bot is to read the Excel file. So this is basically read the Excel and upload the data into SAP with the help of BAPI, which is there already, which is standard BAPI, which we take the standard BAPI, take the data from Excel, compare it, and then do the validation, and then push it to the SAP. If there is anything which is not matching, for example, there are out of 10, 2 POs are not matching with the system details, then we'll be notifying the user with the invalid details. So this is an error saying that like the data is successfully uploaded, and these are the records which are uploaded. So you can go and open the Excel file, which is just received on the email, and you can see the number. For example, there are 6 records, so their status. We can also add additional details with that, like the PO number if you wanted to add any fails, then which are failed, so we can add. So now we'll go back to this table and we'll able to see the process records. So if you see, these are the number of records, purchase stock, the PO documents which are processed, as well as there are 2 additional SCS entries added while we are uploading the data and doing the validation. So that is the first step of this process to read the data and validate and upload it to SAP. Now the second bot will come into picture, which is basically, let's take a step back. Yeah. So basically this will take the final template, take the data from table. I'll create the final template, which is the user was used to call as the JV upload template. So which they used to send to the ABPO team, or they can upload into the JV upload program. So this is all automation running in the behind screen. So earlier, the first step which we have done is just for the Excel automation. We trace data from Excel and then compare behind the scene BAPI. This is the complete UI automation happening on the SAP GUI. So from the login to the running the transaction, generating the template, this is all happening by the tool. So it has generated the template at the bottom, you can see. So we can go back and check the template just to see what that has been written in the template. So yeah, so once we open the template, you see there are like a kind of template predefined, which is required for the JV upload program. So we converted all those table entries into the specific format, which has like calculated amount and then different WPS. And this is also have, I think, both in and out values. So once this is done, we'll run the third bot, which basically upload this template into the JV upload program to complete the accrual automation process. So once you run this, your bot continues operation from the previous step, where we left. It will take the path for the file. It will take the session date, or whatever it is, current system date and time, and then it will send it to the JV upload program. So now we can go back to the a program, I can, and then we can process it. So that's all about the first process, the accrual automation, where we are automating the whole accrual automation process using three number of bots. So for the demo purpose, we have kept couple of steps as attended. Like there are two different ways you can have a bot. This one is attended, another is the unattended, where like in a attended you have to provide some inputs in order to work bot to continue, and in attended it will like basically in the schedule job based. You don't have to do anything. Basically it runs by his own and do the operation. But since this is accrual automation process and it has financial impact, so we kept some steps like validating the final template before it goes to the JV upload program by like some of the users who can validate before it goes to that. So that's why we kept it attended and attended both. So both of the operations are there involved. I'll go to the next, and then probably at the end we can take the question answers if there are any. So the next use case is the invoice extraction and posting in SAP. So this is also one example for the finance department where they receive like number of different like a number of invoices. So I probably every day what the specific customer they are receiving probably around 1,000 invoices. So from different business partners. So in order to before it goes into SAP, what they need to do is they have to validate that and they have to put into a specific format before they post into the SAP. So that's just basically thing, but a manual process. It is also like highly prone to error because they have to do validate everything manually before they post into SAP. So there are chances like the things are in the invoices and the things they're entering sometimes doesn't match. So in order to address this, we have created a couple of bots which basically extract the invoices from the email which is coming to the customer, and then we extract the details from that email which is in PDF format through the OCR services. So then validate the details which are extracted and then part the invoice into the SAP. We are also at the same time notifying the individual business partner if there is an error with the invoice, like for example, the GST detail is not matching or the bank guarantee is expiring. So we can also validate that details while extracting and validating data with SAP, and we can let them know in advance this is which is they need to correct. So the business benefit we are getting out of this is like it's reducing the workload on the finance team, faster processing time, and the process earlier used to take 2-3 hours, which can be done in a couple of minutes. So yeah, this is a high level workflow for this use case. So the invoice comes on the email in PDF format. So we like paste that using bot. Then bot takes that invoice and then reads it using the OCR. So it depends on the complexity of the details in the invoice. We can use default OCR capability of SAP IRPA, or we can also use any third-party OCR if there are any like complex invoices or additional details needs to be extracted. And then we are storing that details into SAP with help of BAPI. But while we're storing that, we're also validating the details with the validation rules which we have received, like customer details like GST number, his PAN number, and other details. And then if all the details are okay and the validations like passed, then it can be parked into SAP, and there will be a workflow trigger to post into SAP. If it's failed, then we'll update the respective department. For example, is something the bank guarantee expiring, though, so the business team will be notified, and if the invoice details are incorrect, then the customer will be notified. So yeah, this is kind of high-level workflow for that as well. I'll probably quickly switch to the video demonstration for it. So yeah, I'll skip through this. So this will be a quick demo because everything is happening behind the screen. So yeah, so this is the invoice. I'll just show you a quick example. These are the details which are coming on the invoices. So we'll need to read the GST number, PAN number, the line items, and the other details, SCS or GRN number, PO number. So a couple of fields we are extracting that will show into the next step. So yeah, we're gonna run the bot to extract the PDF. And the first bot will extract the details. So these are the extracted details from the invoice. This is for just to demonstration purpose. We have added a notification to show what are the details we are extracting. In actual scenario, it will happen in background, so you don't need to look at this. So this will be the first step, and the second bot basically will take that details and push it like Spark to the SAP. At the same time, it will trigger a workflow to post that into the SAP. So yeah, the second bot runs, it will pass the invoice in SAP, the details that has been like extracted through the PAPI, and then it will send you the notification that yeah, feedback email to the customer with the invoice attached, the other details, and then this invoice has been processed successfully. Same time, this is the invoice. Sorry, this is the invoice which is parked in the SAP. So see, this is the second use case which I wanted to showcase. Third use case, I'm not. It's not in the presentation, but I just wanted to have a quick walkthrough around that. This is also we have done recently with one of our customer. So in this use case, what we are doing is we are doing integration with SuccessFactors. So this use case can like have 6 different validations or 6 different scenarios where there could be an ex-employee who is applying for like a job in the same organization. So he could be probably applying for same position, or he could be applying for different position, or he could be a kind of completely new candidate. So there are different like combination of use cases we have addressed in this scenario. So let's take one example. So probably we'll take first one where the ex-employee is not registered as a candidate, and we also don't have any requisition attached to him. Requisition means any job identification or job ID assigned to him. So he's basically ex-employee but don't have any job assigned to him. So he could be probably kind of fresh. This is one example of resume. So what happens is there are a couple of resumes comes on your inbox. So the bot will read that invoice, sorry, not invoice, resumes, and then extract the details, which are basically identifier into the system. For example, name, their PAN number, their Aadhaar number, their email ID. So we'll take the combination of the details. So Aadhaar and PAN number will be the unique identifier, but we'll take all the details as and then put a combination validation into the SuccessFactors, and we'll check whether that employee is an ex-employee or he's a completely fresh candidate. So okay, so now now what the HR team has to do is the recruitment team has to do is they have to run the bot, and when they run the bot, they have to enter the job requisition ID for which they are recruiting, and once they enter that, so system will start scanning the resumes, and they'll check the candidates. If any candidate already assigned to that job requisition ID, then he will be rejected because he cannot apply for the same job requisition ID. Or if he's an ex-employee, then he can also not apply for the same requisition ID. If it is applying for separate or new requisition ID, then we'll create a candidate for him in the system. Also, we'll mark him as a either new candidate or a duplicate. So these are the details which are being fetched from the resume. So these are all the validations which is shown on the screen, and these are the this is the final output of the job which has run. So if you see, this is you'll get a notification that's a rehire. This is like this is an old candidate and he's applying for a job, but which is not attached to any requisition. So this is basically applying for a different position for the same organization. Yeah, so this is for the duplicate candidate. So if that candidate, yeah, if you see rejected alert, if that candidate is already there and assigned to the same job requisition, so you'll be getting notification and reject. So if you go back into success factor and you check, so you'll see that there will be a candidate created here with the rehire tag, which was the existing candidate, but as applying for a different job requisition. Similarly, we have done different other cases like, let me see if I can go to another one. Yeah. So this one is for probably rehire and the fresh candidate. So this is one example, good example for SAP IRPA with success factors integration. We have also done with the Ariba system integration with the SAP IRP and Ariba. That is also for the bid comparison. So that is another use case. We can probably talk later in session, or we can share details on that. So far, I think today's session we have only these use cases to cover. On top of that, I'll probably quickly add talk about few things about RPA. So there is SAP RPA store where you can go and implement ready to available bots. I think these are the number of bots which are already available by a different line of business. For example, create purchase order, create sales order, create purchase requisition. So there are already readily available bots in the RPA store for ECC and S/4HANA both. So you can go and download it and run it on your system if you wanted to have it. There is also, they provide a trial version. With help, you can test them out, and if they are working okay with your system and you are comfortable to use that, then you can probably go with the licenses. So these are the number of bots which are already there. They are giving you out of the box, ready to go to implement. You don't have to do any customization with them. You just only need to point it to your system and they should be able to run. So this, I think that's all I have to for today's session. So I'll open the forum for any question answers that you have.
Before that, we'll be launching the poll question.
Okay.
So yeah, so I request all the attendees to participate and select your response. So I'll keep the poll questions open, and in the meantime, we can go for the Q&A session if you have any. I request everyone to answer the poll questions. We have 3 questions. First question is, do you see any manual, repetitive, and high volume activity where RPA can play a significant role? Second is, are you exploring or planning to digitize any process using RPA solution? And third is, would you like to have a detailed discussion with our team for RPA solution? I think we don't have any questions, so I'll put the email address. If anyone is having any question, then they can contact us directly. Okay, so thank you everyone. We'll end the session.